Okay, we should be up and running. Getting old tablet started. Okay, we should be up and started. So I guess I'll wait a little bit. Have some people come in, if there shall be any. What you're looking at the time of this recording is a painting I did earlier today. I wanted to paint some chrysanthemums. Try saying that right. So I decided on some blue ones and kind of a grayish green background. This is actually on cardboard, and I spray glued the actual cardboard. It's from my watercolor pad, so it's the back of the pad, and the painting itself is the actual front of the pad, the glossy front of the pad. I glued it together, so it's all one piece, and I put a few layers of black on it, let it fully dry. Then I put gray on it mixed with purple, black, white, and purple mix. Put that on it, let it fully dry, and then I just taken some orange and white, and that was it. And just put some glycerin on it, put the orange and white on there, and just smooth it out, and got a nice little glow spot here. And then everything else is, it happens while it happens. So hello Johnny, hello Rosemary, how are you? And so this is the painting that I will be giving away this evening after I finish my Wednesday night live painting. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it up here for a few minutes. How you doing, Madonna, Johnny, Rosemary? Welcome. This painting will be given to somebody. I'll probably do a number draw or something. Okay. So, but you're looking at it the full size. It's 11 by 15 as usual. All right. So, in a way, I just don't waste anything, And I haven't painted chrysanthemums in quite a while. Something a little different than the roses that I usually do, or the occasional iris or something like that. These are ridiculously simple to paint, as a matter of fact. It's not too bad. It's a lot of fun. I even did the chrysanthemum leaves also, so they're not the basic leaves. Working and watching. I'm doing all right, not too bad. I'm doing fine. So if you see me look occasionally to my left, which might be your right, is I'm looking at the bigger screen. Okay, you see I don't have the peepers on today, and they're mainly for reading small print. Okay, but it's good to see you guys up front and center. Stick around. Like I say, I'll be giving this away. All right. As more people come in, I'll put the painting back up. All right. Okay, I'll just lay this here to the side. Yeah, you'll be hearing the bells, beeps, and whistles. I think this is close enough. Let's bring this dead center right here. So I had to adjust my camera so that you see more of the painting and less of the back of my head. All right. Do you have spell check that kind of corrects everything for you? Well, thank you, Madonna. I kind of figured it was you. I have my little cell phone here, and when it rings, I see that somebody shared something, so I do appreciate that. I really do. It's funny, I don't share out my own stuff too often. YouTube makes it a little, I don't know, bothersome sometimes. Okay, we're gonna get right on to it. I think I'll do I was gonna do a mountain scene, but I think I'm gonna do a ledge. Yeah, I think I'll do a ledge today. This is double layer 11 by 15 inch watercolor paper. All right, And when I say double layer, all I did was spray glue 2 sheets of watercolor paper together. That way it doesn't bow and bend, anything like that when I put the glycerin on the paint on. Alright. And I'll use a thin amount of glycerin. I really don't need too much. It's mainly for the sky and sky blending. That's all, really. So I really don't have to technically go all the way with it, but I'll just do the whole thing anyway. Now, you do hear a fan in the background because it gets mighty warm in here, and I usually don't have a place to put that double fan. It's a double oscillating fan, so you might see, as you just seen, I got a sheet above my light to block out the major light in this room because sometimes it was too bright and it casts a strong shadow. So I got that just to keep it a little cool in here. Alright, and that's the reason why you may hear that fan going. But I don't think it's going to distract from my voice. I know I don't talk very loud, but that's why I have the fan going. Okay, let's play. Let's get us some of this nice light blue. As a matter of fact, I didn't name out the colors. It's a titanium white, sap green, raw burnt umber. Not red, it's well, it is red, but it's magenta. And then well, Dollarani's version of light blue, which isn't very dark at all. But that's what it is. Okay, let's get to it. As you can see, once again, it's not really that dark. Not that robust either. You'd have to put on multiple layers, but then again, that's the glycerin. This paint is not as thick as my Grumbacher version. Okay, and you know, it's fine. It's nothing to it's nothing to complain about, really. Nothing to write home to mom about. It's you know, it's all right. It'll do for what we want. It'll do fine. Oh, I know what I wanted to paint. Never mind. I know what I wanted to paint. I'll make it a surprise. Now it came back to my mind what I want to do. I enjoy painting what you're about to see. It's just I don't do it too much. Why? I don't know why. I just don't. All right, let's see. Let's deal with that. Let's see what happens with that. I customarily use a towel on my lap. I didn't. It's behind me. So hold on one second. I'm so used to putting the towel on my lap. I feel lost without it now. Hey Ricky, what's going on, brother? Yeah, it's a great painting giveaway today. Every once in a while I'll give a painting away. No rhyme or reason, it's just because I want to. No rhyme or reason. Okay, as usual, I'll just lightly blend this stuff, fluff it out, get out the streak lines and all of that. If you prefer, if you choose to do skies or clouds this way, be mindful that glycerin is very manipulative. It runs. Even when you put a little bit on there, it runs. It manipulates the paint, as you can see. Great blender though, but you're gonna have to control the strength of your blend, how you push this stuff around, because it will move around on you. Okay, so it depends on how much of it you want to blend. And you know, I tend to blend in circles. You don't necessarily have to blend in circles. I just do. You can do the crisscross thing like this. It's really up to you. However you feel you want to blend this thing. I might want it a little darker, so I'm gonna be playing with this a little bit more. Yeah, I want it a little darker than that. And you can do that. Once again, I'll just take my brush, same brush. I'll just pull out some of this blue paint. I just want my my background to be a little more solid. That's all. I'll borrow some from here, put it around in here. I'm going to do the same thing with that red. The red I only want in one spot, which is right about in here. And I'll just blend in the rest. It's no big deal. Now, I can tell that the glycerin is starting to dry up a bit, and that's fine. That's cool. Once you start working with this glycerin, you'll know pretty much. Now I got air blowing on this, so it's going to dry a little bit faster, but not as fast if you didn't use any at all. Okay. Is it Mario 54? Hello. Hope I'm saying your name right. I don't have my glasses on. Once again, very light blending. And you keep on doing the circle motion or X stroke motion, whatever motion that moves your ocean. Okay, whatever you see fit for you. Okay. Now I'm moving my head around because it's very, glycerin is very reflective. So I'm moving the paint around, I'm adjusting my hand pressure. I can feel it starting to stick, which is cool. That means you just blend a little heavier. It's all right. You just keep doing it until you get the blend that you're looking for. Or you just blend in wider circles. If you stay still a while it's the glycerin is sticky. If you stay on it a little bit, it blends even more and more. Don't stay on it too long because you'll blend a spot right in it. And I tend to move it around a little bit. Now I can go a little heavier with the X strokes because the glycerin is starting to move around, so I can press it on it a little bit, kind of fade it. With a soft brush, it's all gentle. No matter how hard you press, it's still going to be a gentle fade. Like I said, you go as heavy or as light as you need to go. When I feel I'm done, I can take my big mop brush here and I can rinse it out pretty good. Sometimes it'll take you to squeeze the water out of the hairs. That little judder was me hitting my wire. And for those of you who have just popped in, the painting that I will be giving away won't be this one, it'll be this one. Be this fellow. I did this one this morning. This will be the one I'll be giving away. We'll do it with a number draw. All right. I guess I'll take a fan brush for this part. Why not? Getting a little water. Getting a little bit of this titanium white, just a little bit. Kind of a gentle play with the titanium white and water. Okay. We'll throw some stars in there like that. We'll get a patch real close together like this. And go up around in here like that. We'll pop some up there, but really good batch right down in here like this. And we'll trail it on. Yeah, we're good there. Blah. Hello, Gene. How are you? All right. Things are going to get interesting pretty soon here. taking a 1/2 inch flat brush. I'm gonna get a little bit of this brown. Why not? We'll put it right here for now. And we're gonna get a little bit of blue. Now, depending on what type of blue you got, you have to be careful, because umber with blue tends to turn a little green on you. Well, if you put more brown in there than that blue, you'll get it to this very ugly grayish mixture that I have. Okay, I'm just throwing some more brown in there. And this will be perfect, really. Okay, and here we go. Hello, Lori. How are you doing? It's good to see you. We're doing the painting giveaway. I've already shown what the picture was going to be. I did it twice. I might show it again. Yeah, you guys can see what I'm doing. Good, good, good. And I'm just going to fill out I'm just blocking in what I'm going to do here. Like I said, I always enjoyed painting this. I just don't paint them as often. I think one is iconic. Two, it's just a very cool look. You know, God appears to know what he's doing. And like I say, I'm just blocking things out right now. It's good to have you. Not much glycerin. That little shadow you see, for those of you who are coming in, it's just a sheet that I have above my main light, but it's actually going against my studio light. It's the fan that you hear, and that's what's causing what you're looking at right there. So that's all. I'll bring some of that color down a little bit. Kind of doesn't matter at this stage. I think you guys might know what this is already. Lori has a very fine channel. She has some very interesting people on there. Very interesting conversations, I must say. This is just my preference to smooth all this out. You don't have to. It's just me. It's just what I like to do. Okay. All right. You see my, is it me you're talking about? Mario 54? You see my classes? Or is it somebody else? I wasn't exactly looking. Sorry about that. I'm gonna get a little bit of this sap green. Get a little bit of brown in that sap green. I'll put it in there and darken it up there. I don't want it really too green yet. So I'll use the color opposite which is this red. We'll darken it up a little bit, just like that. Once again, I'm just filling out stuff, just flattening out colors and all that. Down here can be fairly dark, it don't matter. I'm just filling out color right now. One thing I'm doing is basically getting rid of all of that white on the bottom there, basically. Oh, it'll all be blended up into the mountain there in a second or two. There we go. I could take a smaller brush and do what I'm doing now, but I can get away with it with this one. Just a gentle blending, just marry the two together there. Okay, like that. We're going to utilize some of that brown there, you see. We'll scrape this together with some white, and we'll kind of spread it out there. We'll marble it across a little bit. We'll cut across. Here we go. We'll start putting some interesting highlights on this guy. How about that? I can scrape some off like you see me doing here, because this paper is not watercolor paper. This is really smooth paper here, so it's not going to provide the texture like you would normally see. You'd have to go really light to get that. Okay, let's go with what little bit of blue we have left. Let's mix again with that little bit of light gray and white, which is fine. It gives me this weird off color, which is great for refracted light. And here we go. Well, we'll start it over here on this side a little bit. a little bit more. You mix a little bit of that refracted light into that lighter color. Don't get rid of all of your mountain color though. What's going on, Billy? How you doing? Very, very, very neat painting you did, Billy, of the robot. Get a little bit more of this blue. Let's scrape up the rest of that blue. I'm gonna bring some more blue back. Let's eke a little bit of red in there. A little more red. That might do. We'll see. Get rid of some of that, bring it over here. Let's borrow some of that, let's bring it over here on this side. Bring it right up in that color. Let's borrow some of that, let's bring it over here. Alright, let's pull back a little bit. I know you guys didn't see most of that. Let's put it in between here. You guys get to see a little bit what's going on there. Alright. I'm going to take a thin layer of white. Probably put a little bit of blue in that white. Put it right here. Little. Now I'm just going to use a very little bit right on the edge. Angle your knife to where the paint kind of comes off a little bit. Right on the edge there. See that? I don't have to add all of this. Yeah, you guys can see it. I don't have to add all of this everywhere. Just a little bit of refracted light. Just a little tiny bit. Probably a little bit coming off of here a little bit there. Like that. You don't have to add too much of that. Just a little hair's breadth of it. I'm getting a script liner. My spider fingers can get a hold of it there. I'm gonna dip my script liner into a little bit of water, get some of this color here. I might need it a little brighter, we'll see. I'll just get a little bit of white. I don't need too much of this. And right up on the edge here, I'm gonna outline it just a little bit. Just that little bit of mysteriousness to it. I'll end it right there. Let's put a little bit of that on the side there. Because I don't have to add a lot there. I think that's fine. That'll be fine. So thank you very much. Glad you're doing great, Billy. Okay. Let's continue on. Don't worry about stuff like that. Don't even worry about like all of this here in the bottom. Don't worry about that. You'll see why. Don't worry about it. Okay. Let's get a brush. I would like to get a brush that's like partly mangled anyway. If I can find it. If I can't find it, I guess I'll make one. I'll make it out of this. So we're gonna get plenty of paint. We're gonna just mash on the brush here. Get a little bit of brown. Mix it in with that green, a little bit more brown. This variety of faraway deciduous trees, I want it green, but not that green, because it's kind of an evening scene and you really don't want too much highlight on it. All right. Okay, I think I mashed it up pretty good. This takes a lot of paint and a very light touch to get the type of texture in the trees that I'm looking for. If that's too disturbing, I'm gonna have to move that that cloth. All right, well, here we go. Do a little, you know, there's trees down there, because, you know, this is, even though it's very tall, you know, according to us, it's not really the highest thing in the world. So there's trees going up there, and I'm gonna pop in some trees. They'll be in little groups. Now I may, for artistic licensing sake, brighten these up, maybe. We'll see. Get interesting little patches, groupings of these trees. You just give it a little light touch, light tap. Okay. Just like that. Little minuscule little touches there. Obviously, as it goes lower, there's more of them. But I mean, you've got some coming right up to the brink up here. Okay. It's full of deciduous trees up there. You can leave a little bit of bare rock, but most of it, after a certain section, is just all trees. So try not to get it looking like blobs of paint. Just get a little texture going with them. Just like so. And they get a little more full as you go down the mountain there. Once it gets past down here, you know, you can just kind of block all that in, because there are going to be other trees and stuff down here. So we can kind of pat that in there. All the rest can be pretty much artistic license. I don't have a photograph with me, but, you know, I kind of know. This, you just blend it all in there. After this point, it kind of don't matter, because stuff in front of it, your eye will draw to it, and it'll make it stuff that's really not there, but your eye will perceive it is, especially if you're familiar with what I'm painting. So basically, I'm just taking the paint off my brush and just putting it right here. A lot of that glycerin is already dried, or at least it's tacky. Put it that way. Thank you, Marilyn. All right. I'll pull back a bit. And let's center that back. We'll put it right there. All right. So we're back in focus there. Actually, I can use this brush to smooth it all out. Not too smooth, but just to kind of, I don't want it silky smooth or anything. I'll just, you know, blend it. I'll lightly blend some of this heavier color up into the tree area like that. Okay. And very lightly, just kind of caress it there. The paint is tacky. And you can just move it around a little bit, just like that. Okay. All right. Okay, let's have a little fun. I need some more of my Make Pretend dark blue. This is Dollar Roundy dark blue. It's, man, but you know, you make do with what you have. I do have my favorite phthalo blue, but I just didn't choose to open the tube yet. I need a little more blue than that. I don't know why I did that. That was laughable. All right. Okay, we're gonna mix some colors here. Let's take, depending on what type of trees I want to do for it, I want my other type of trees. Like I say, for those of you guys, stick around because I am giving away a painting, and it will be this. It's going to somebody. Okay, I zoomed the camera in so you don't see it, all of it. So I'll just, yeah. I did this morning. Earlier in the video, I explained the process of how I did it. This is what's going in the mailbox to somebody. I'm gonna do a number draw, or you guys guess the number. I'll write it down so you know, it doesn't look like any funny business is going on. All right, okay. Well, let's take a brush to, well, I'll take the palette knife. I'll mix the colors that way. Now we already got our green here. All right, we're gonna get a little more blue into that green. We get a little more green, just like that. These trees I need a little darker, not pitch black or anything, but just darker than what I have here. You have to kind of keep with the cool color. Let's move this water out of my way for a second. You gotta kind of keep the cool color palette going here. All right, not much warm colors happening in this painting. Let's get a little bit of red. We'll kind of, now the red and green are opposites, okay? Now I don't want too much red. I need a deeper green. But I don't want nothing to bring it too much into the foreground. Once I put these trees in, it's gonna bring Devil's Tower further back. All right. It's good to see you guys. It really is. These type of trees take a little time to paint, but it gives a great look. These type of trees also, you can put them close together. All right, it gives a more natural, realistic look. I would suggest you take a round brush, like the one I have here. Put a little water in it, just to loosen up the bristles. All right. Take a round brush like this. Okay. Let's get plenty of paint. This takes plenty of paint and a light touch. Okay. Plenty of paint, light touch. This one, let's see if it's dark enough. It should be. We're about to see. We'll see here. I'll do one and see if it's dark enough. If it's not dark enough, I'll just go back over it again. And what I'm doing is that I'm just doing various shapes, but as I go to the left and going to the right, I flare it just to give the look of a pine tree. I like to keep my middles fairly dark. Okay. And like I say, these trees are a little narrow, a little slim. I think it needs to be just a wee bit, that's a wee bit darker. So let's get a little bit of red in the mix here. I'll go over it again. Plenty of paint, plenty of paint, plenty of paint. Yeah, that might work a little bit better. Now I'm only going to go so far with them. I'll probably have the landmass end around here. I'll just paint the landmass right now, at least where I want it to be. I'll have it come down, I'll have it come up a little bit, but mainly stick around down here. I'm not worried about down below. Down below, I can care less. It's up front here, where I want them to be. Don't worry about all of this down here. Down here, don't fret. That's not what you know. It's just up here. Okay. I'm gonna get a little bit of water on my brush. loosen the bristles. I should have enough paint to do what I'm going to do here. And you just be strategic and how close you want the trees to be together. The closer they are, the better it'll look. And two, you don't want to obscure too much of your mountainous background back there. Okay, you want those values to kind of work for you here while you're getting this done. And once again, even though it might not look it, but I'm brushing some of this to the left and some of this to the right. And I'm using the tip of the brush we'll start it right there. I'll put the focus on it here. Alright. Once again, I can pretty much have them fairly close to each other because they're thin. You know, they're angled thin. So I can kind of, you know, they can run into each other, run together, it doesn't matter. Get that paint though. It does take a bit of paint to do this. You can even make these trees even more congested by using different colors and just doing the same method. Okay. It's all right if they join down here on the bottom. It's fine. I'm just dipping my brush into the water a little bit. I got plenty of paint so that the thickness is not really going away. I'm just loosening the paint just a little bit. I'm twirling my brush around also. Okay. You can put a nice, you know, put a tall one up there. Just like that. Not everything has to be in total focus. Don't do that. Make some stuff a little obscure, out of focus. The closer you get, the sharper they become. It works for you than against you. Alright. I'll put a couple down here. Have little gaps in there. Make it like a little animal can fly through that. Bat, morning dove or something, you know. Yep, you guys can see it. I'm just patting just irregular shapes. As you go to the left and go to the right, you flare it out a little bit. The very long triangular pines, they get larger as obviously you get lower. Okay. Richard, hey, how you doing? Well, it's been a minute there, Richard. It's been a little while. You'd be surprised how many names that I would recognize, even if it has been a minute. Just because you might not see some of this now, as it gets darker, when it dries, you'll see this stuff. You'll see it. Like I said, I have plenty of this paint, which is something you would rather have a lot of than you know what, let's put an even taller one here, just like that. Get it bulky in the middle, brush it out on the sides. You see, I can have a giant tree without having it fill up 80% of your paper. These trees take a little longer to do than your Bob Ross Z trees. Alright. Not knocking the Bob Ross Z trees, because I did plenty of them myself. And from time to time I'll do them again. Let's have a crooked one. Let's have a crooked one come this way. I always tend to put a crooked tree in there, just for variance's sake. It kind of runs into half of the other one. Like that. Why? Just to break up the monotony of straight up and down trees, no matter how tall you make them. they're still vertical. Slap a crooked one in there somewhere, you know. Throw a crooked one in there. If you see, even though they're variant in height, okay, but it's not getting rid of all of that goody stuff back there. All right. And now you see why I didn't put too much detail back there. Well, besides the mountain, but there's not much detail back there. All right. And as you can see, the trees push the mountain back. Okay. All right. And we'll pop another one in here, and we'll kind of break that little skyline back there and break that up a little bit. Keep the middle strong. You guys can do this. You guys can do this. These are very pretty when you make them white or at least bluish gray for a winter scene. These are gorgeous. Really nice. Now remember, the green I have here has got red in it. It's got blue in it. It's sap green with dark blue and yes, Rick. And why can't I remember the name of that little tube of paint? That's because I don't think about it much. I don't usually. It's magenta. That's what it is. Magenta. Okay. Let's put some closer on there. We'll put one right about here. Keep them fairly close. They do take a time to paint, but I like them. I like the way they look. Let's move this camera over a little bit. They look better closer together. Even if you got them running into each other, they look great. Okay. Just keep in mind when you're doing them in this variety, they take a little time to do. A little. But the results are awesome. Just put them in there pretty close. Keep them pretty slender. My greens, it's not total green. It's got that dark blue and that magenta in there. And I do believe it's got a little bit of that brown in there too. But as you see, as it starts to dry, you can clearly see that they're in there. But everything's a cool color palette here. The only warm thing that's in this painting you can't see, but it's the maroon in the upper left-hand corner. That's it. Oh, let's put him here. And brush a little bit to the left, brush a little bit to the right, brush to the left, brush to the right, brush to the left, brush to the right, and just keep it moving. Brush to the left, brush to the right. Yep, you guys can see it. For anybody that's just popped in, hello. We are doing a giveaway. This is totally random. If you live in the US, let's put one right here, because I just like to break up that skyline back there a little bit. Even though I'm at the edge of the tape, I'm gonna still paint like the tape isn't even there. Don't get lazy. Okay, don't do that. All right, let's just kind of cover this up a little bit. I'm just getting rid of the paint off my brush, basically, to be honest with you. That's all I'm doing. Just getting the paint off the brush here. Bring some of that color downward. If you would like, I'll show you this too real quick. Hold on for a second. I'll just take my all-purpose brush. I do everything with this. You know, everybody got their favorite. I'll just kind of mash it in there. The reason why I'm mashing it in, one, it dries faster. There's no glycerin, no nothing really to hamper the drying time. I'm just, you know, mashing it in there. Well, Miss Jane, how are you? That's right, J. Marie. Act like that tape isn't there. Okay, so let's pull back for 1 second. Okay. So in this painting right now, we got mainly cool colors. All right. The warmest thing in this whole piece so far is that magenta in the sky. That spot up there. That's about it. Everything else is pretty much cool colors, or they're just neutral colors. The mountain's neutral. You can go either way. It's neutral. All right, but you got mainly cool colors in here. All right. All right. Let's do a little something here. I don't necessarily want to get rid of all of that green. We're just going to push this green to the side a second, okay? This is a paper plate because I know that this painting relatively isn't going to take too long. It's only 51 minutes. We're almost done. Almost. I'll just push it to the side like that. Whatever's in here, I'll just scrape it up. Whatever's in here is just, it's in the plastic in the plate, so it's not going to mean much, to be honest with you. Let's take a little bit of white, and we'll just put the white right here. We'll take a scant bit of blue, and we'll just kind of mix it in there. Actually, let's see here. Do I want that? Yeah, this will be fine. What I have here is fine. That'll work for what I want it for. It'll work. Okay. When you do mist, that is an awesome dream. Thank you, Deborah. We're gonna pop some mist in here. Why? Well, it provides another little layer of distance, and I like the way it looks, and it's a teaching moment. That's why. You can use whatever brush you feel you want to use for this part. Okay. Let's get a softer. I guess this will work. This will be all right. Back in the day, this used to be a blender until, Bob Ross decided to make a tree out of it. All right, hold on. I knew when I shook this, it was going to there. I don't want you guys looking at that spotlight up there. It's crazy. It's distracting. Okay, but yeah, I used to blend with this, so I guess I'll use this and whatever. Take a little bit of this now blue-green, blue-white, bluish, whatever. It's okay. But we're going to take this and we're just going to kind of put it in here like this, down on the bottom here. And I'm going to blend this. We're going to blend this down on the bottom, and we're going to lightly bring it upward. Okay. It's just dry paint right now. It's okay. Just dry paint. And we're just going to softly just kind of dance around. I'm dancing well below the tree line. Now this is just paint, so you got a short shelf life of wetness here. Okay. And basically you're just dry brushing. I'll twirl and brush around a little bit. Okay, and you can scumble it around and do whatever. That's like that. Bring it up in there. Okay. Well, just a little bit of paint will do. And you just twist your brush around. A softer fan brush works better, as you can see. Makes it really airy. And this is smooth paper. This is not even the granular paper. This is smooth. Just give you see the misty look that's happening with this. Okay. I'm not worried about going down here. It's just up here is my main concern. And the higher you go, the lighter you touch. The lighter you touch. Just have it just float around. Just like that. See this? Float around in little pockets. You're not killing your brush. Honestly, you're not. Just a little bit. Let's kind of dance it up here a little bit. I know your bravery test, right? But see, like I said, you got a short window to use this stuff. Now see if you get that. It's all right. I'm gonna use a little corner of water. Dip some of that water on my towel, dry it up a little bit, just like that. And you just move it around. Just loosen that stuff up, move it around a little bit. You're gonna be fine. It's all right. And you return some of that, just like that. Just dance it around. I'll trail some of that, just like that. See that faint little trail you're getting? Basically what I'm doing is just scumbling. Okay, that's all. Let's scumble. Like I said, I'm not worried about this. Don't worry about that. Worry not. I'll travel some up here like that a little bit. Get a little, and I mean a little bit of water. Just a little bit. You just wet it and you kind of bring it around in there, loosen it up a little bit there. See, as it dries, see, you still see detail and all that fun stuff happening. Don't rush it. Don't rush this stuff. Another little drop of water will open up some things here. Oh, Deborah. There will be no Google thesaurus today, Deborah. Now I want you to see something as I'm doing this. It's a little drop of water. And I mean a little bit of water on the corner of the brush. I wipe a lot of it on my towel. So any kind of gathered up stuff. See, the water travels, but now you just got a glaze. It just loosens up what you've already have. It removes it. You move it around. So I'm slow. I'm doing this on purpose. Just dancing in around here and there. But look how it looks. All right. Once again, don't worry about all of this. That'll be covered anyway. But it gives you another plane further back. You'll see in a second. This is a very, it's actually a watercolor brush. I don't even know what number it is. I wish I could tell you. I don't know. I know it's a tiny one. It's very, very flimsy and loose. But it's a blender, as you can see. I used to use these as blenders. You can do nice clouds with them and everything. Alrighty. I can really take this thing off my ear. Hold on. Let me put it somewhere where I tend to forget my little earpiece. I'm gonna forget it hanging it here. I know I am. There. Okay. So let's get to some other types of trees. Or maybe I'll put a rock. Let's put some rocks in there. Why not? I haven't done any rocks in them in a little while. So let's do some rocks. Let's go back to our, I guess I'll use the long handle 1/2 inch here. On the baby blue handle here. All right. Let's wet the bristles here. Hey Beth, how are you? Stick around, ladies. I'll be doing a drawing. There's a few new ones in here. Do I got a back fur? No, if I believe I do. Okay, this is the painting that I'm giving away. I did this morning. All right. It's already been glazed and everything. But here it is. Some chrysanthemums. I could never say it right. It's like people who try to pronounce cinnamon. But this is the painting I'm giving away. It'll be a number draw. All right, let's put this down here. Okie dokie. 1/2 inch. Round. We're gonna get some brown. We'll put it right here where the white was. Kind of doesn't matter at this point. Little brown, little green. I use a very small color palette on purpose. Let you know that you can achieve the same colors that I'm doing, if that's, your desire to. A little bit of blue, pop some blue in there. Now, we got colors that I believe it are not very related, because it's turning greenish. The umbers is a brown with more green in it. Okay. The siennas are brown with more red in it. Okay. Now because it's greenish, I can put red in it and it just gets darker, as you can see. All right. But red and blue turns maroon, but you got that brown in there. So we're gonna keep having some fun with this. More brown. More brown. Now what will turn this color back to its gray is orange. But I don't need orange. As you see, with more red in it, you see how deep it turns. Look at that. See that? Now if I add white to that, and I will, it's going to turn gray. You follow me? All you have to do is mix them. But there's the colors, or the color. This is a very, very, very deep, just a deep gray. And you're going to see in a second or two. All right, let's do this. Let's go back up here. We're going to zoom in. Let's raise this up a little bit. And we'll keep it right about here. And we're going to zoom back in. There, that should be good. Yeah, that'll cover it. Okay, so we'll put rocks in this. We'll have the rocks, we'll do the round variety like this, and like that, and come down. There's one. We'll just fill it in. Kind of doesn't matter at this point. Let's get another one. It doesn't matter what rocks in front, what rocks in the back. It doesn't matter, because we'll do that with the highlighting. All right. We'll put one like that. Don't matter. We're gonna fill it right in, block it in, it's like that. Block it all in. I'm not using any glycerin or any water. All right. I kind of like that look right there, so we'll just kind of put something here. Like that. All right, just block it in. No big deal. Go past the tape, act like the tape isn't there. Yeah, keep it like that. All right. So you got your basic dark rock shape here. All right. I won't use this brush anymore for that. We'll go with I guess we'll go with the 1/4 inch here. Okay. Will my eyes fail me on this so I can tell you guys what it is? Number 10 Royal. This is actually a 1/4 inch. It's not a half, it's smaller than a 1/2 inch. I'm loosening the bristles. It is a flat. I'll show you what it looks like. Pecan baby, what is going on? How are you? Oh man, all right. Oh my gosh. Is there any way his or her sight is going to be oh, it's him. Is there any way the sight's going to come back? I'm sorry to hear this. Beth Collins, hello. Oh man. Well, thank you, Beth. Sorry to hear that. There's been a whole lot of tragedy going on. All right. More white. White until this color turns gray, as you can see. Here you go. In living color. There you go. See, the old man knows what he's talking about. It's a thin layer of this color. All right. So this is the initial rock color. Okay. Anything else goes lighter than this. All right. Okay. Okay. We've already did the palette knife version up here, so we're not gonna do the palette knife. We'll do the side of this brush that you can't see. There you go. We're gonna do the side. See, the paint's on the side. Okay. All right, the light's coming from, because you know the stars are here and it's shining here, so the brightness is coming from the right hand side, so we'll keep it to the right hand side. All right, yes, prayers for you and your son, exactly. And so what I'll do is I'll take the side, yeah, you guys can somewhat see it, I think. I'll bring it up there. We'll take the side of the brush. The main thing is not to get rid of all of your dark. Don't get rid of all your darks, okay? But we're gonna get the general shade. We'll put this one in front of the others like that. As you see, it's starting to blend in with that, some of that tacky paint I have on there. All right, and that's fine. Okay, I got a little bit on the other side, so we'll kind of play around with it right in here. At least get the right hand side at least. Just like that, and put a little bit of it in there. You see how it's starting to look already? Use the side of the brush. And remember, this is the first layer. We're gonna come here. A lot of character on this side. I'm looking to make sure that I'm not blocking anything. Right up around the edge here, like that. And we got some interesting stuff happening here. Okay, we'll kind of bring it up and around like that. Bring it up there like this. And it's the general color of the rock. No more, no less. You see, it's not overbearingly bright. It's mixing in with some of that tacky. The paint's tacking up, so it's just naturally blending in all by itself. Okay, all right. Can we get some more? Right on the side of the brush. And that's all I'm using is the side of the brush. Let's move it over here. Once again, same thing. Just brush it on there. See, you're not looking for super bright highlights now. Just like that. At least I'm not looking for it. And we'll put this one in front. Okay, now we're going to add more white. Add more white to that grayish color there. Don't go up into here. Just add more over here. And once again, do the same method. And just dry brush it on there. The brighter your highlight, the less of it you need, all right? Okay, we'll start here and we'll just go back that way. All right, nothing but direct highlight. Use the side of the brush. All right, just like that. So we'll kind of, and the way I'm just tapping it on there, and we'll put some here like that. We'll put this guy in front. So we'll kind of, and we'll kind of needle him out there. It's like that. I'm turning the brush over because I have more paint on the other side. Just like this. Put a touch or two in there. Don't be scared to use your finger. Kind of mellow out some of that. Okay. We'll put one right here. Just like that little. And we'll just kind of fade that out there. Have them kind of come around like this. And you just fade it out. Just like that. Okay. Give them a little slight something here. Put one right here, right in front, and then we'll just get a little more white there. We're almost done. We're almost done. I try not to really keep you too long. This is acrylic paint, a little heavier body acrylic. Okay. A little brighter here. Yes, the finger brush. Yeah, I always got a little something, something up my sleeve, Deborah. Deborah, you really impressed me with the painting of that boat. That was sweet. Your very last live, I did miss it. I don't know if I must have either been out of town or been out of, if it was on Sunday, I was probably recording. Let's have him jet out, way out here like that. And just get him narrow. And then we'll play around in here like this. Oops, I just ripped off the paper. Ripped it so hard. That's all right. We'll cover it up. Just like Congress and the UFOs. All right. Just like that. We're gonna do something pretty cool with this too. And all it takes is, I guess I can do it with this brush. This brush holds an extremely sharp edge. All right, really nice chiseled edge. So we'll just, sometimes all it takes is just a little line. All right, very, yeah, right here. It's a very sharp edge there. Very, very thin, very sharp edge. Okay. And then we'll just do a quick, nice little bright white. Kind of chop it up. Don't make it look too there refined. And basically I'm just outlining little bits of the rock itself, like a little glint of, yeah, we'll bring that right, almost like a silver lining on a cloud, almost. Okay. And usually the thinner you do it, the better. Yeah, you guys can see it. All right. The brighter the highlight, remember, the less of it you really need. Okay. Something like that. Maybe a little trail right up in here like this. Not much. You don't have to really bother with it too much. Yeah. Yeah, I go. I appreciate it, Pecan. Thank you very much. Yeah, my averages for your draws have been sad. My averages suck. I'm 0 for 0, baby. All right. We got our last and final, our last and final whatever for the painting. So I'm gonna put a big something in here. With the colors I got left, I've already got somewhat of an idea. We'll get it as dark as we can. Let's see what happens. So we got a little bit of green. Slap a lot of red in there. Green and red are opposites on the color wheel. And what they do is they tend to brown or gray each other out. Okay. I gotta be careful adding the blue. One, the blue is this funky blue, dollar roundy blue that turns everything kind of on a greenish tinge. And if it does, I'll just add more red it, deepen it, and then that'll be the end of that. I use a very simple color palette for the reason of mixing, showing you can mix pretty much any color you really want. Okay, there. something like that. All right. This is the last part of the painting. I'll make it about as interesting as I can. And here we go. Hopefully I mixed enough of this stuff. I'm pretty sure I did. Let's hope. An eagle would be pretty cool, but if I do an eagle now, it'd be just the basic Kmart eagle, you know. But an eagle would look pretty nice in this. Let's draw back. Let's put it right here. That should be fine. Let's put the focus on it real quick. Need some water. The paint is thick and it's also drying. It's drying because of the fan, but it's all right. I'm going to cleverly frame in Devil's Tower. Just like that. I'm really mixing in this color. Hopefully I got enough to block all of this in. We'll find out in a second. Now, because the tree and its limb is the closest, it has to be detailed the most. Okay. Yeah, that's Devil's Tower. Look up Devil's Tower, Deborah. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I guess I did have enough of this deep color. Thank goodness. We're at 98% finished with this. Yes, we got a very creepy looking tree here. Creepy is good for this. Creepy is good. We're gonna bulk out our tree a little bit. We're not gonna say that the tree has been on steroids, but it is looking kind of puffy. All right. Okay. All right, Lori. All right. The number draw will be coming up. I'm gonna ship off the painting. Whoever wins it, I'll ship it off tomorrow morning. Just send me your address in Messenger. Okay. Believe it or not, even though you see me put this in here, most of it is dry and a lot of it's pretty tacky already. All right. We're gonna have a little fun with it. I'm debating whether I should just use the palette knife or I should just use a brush. I use the palette knife for the mountain. I use the brush for the rocks. I guess I can use the palette knife for the tree. Why not? Let's get a little bit of white into this dark color. All right. It's going to turn what? Surprise, surprise, gray. See that? See what we have there? All right. Let's sneak a little bit of that blue in there. Just a little bit. There we go. Still gray, but it's got a blue tint to it. Little. All right. Just take a swipe across, just like that. If you don't make the sounds, you know, it don't work. Okay, we're gonna take this little strip of paint here. I guess I'll go the length way. We'll kind of curve it around in there. All right. Okay. I just position myself here. I think I'm close enough for you guys. And we're gonna take it. Now remember, the light half is coming from this side. We'll add some cute dark stuff up in there too. All right, because it's the most detailed. And we position your blade so where it touches. All right. You don't have to do every inch of the tree. But I am gonna start it off. I'm just going down with it. Okay. Get as close to the edge of the tree as you can. And I'm just gonna kind of dance around, skip around with it a little bit. It just adds all these interesting little bumps and grains and such. Very light, very light. Get another little strip of paint, and we're gonna keep it going, keep it moving. Get those little striations in there. How you do your tree is really your preference. Okay, today I'm going lines. You know, I might go to another way the next time. Who knows? It's all in what your mood is, what you want to do with it. Okay. Something like that. Okay. You'll get accustomed to it the more familiar you are with your instrument. The more comfortable you are with it, the more you'll be able to do. It's just comes in time. We got a thunderstorm coming in, and I got to take the dog out. He don't like rain, so he's not gonna go far at all. All right, we're gonna come over here on the other side of the tree here. A little bit of that light is touching up in here. Okay, just a little bit. I'll move it around a little tad here and there. Then I'll just take it and I'll just kind of see. I'll just pull it a little bit, get some of that texture going. Don't matter. Just like that. Yeah. All right. Let's get some of this blue that I barely used. I might even get a little bit of this red if I got any red left. You know what? Yeah. Put that green in there. I like some of this dark. I'll bring some of that dark back in there. I need more red. Red will kill some of that green. Yeah. That should be enough. This magenta is not the deepest of reds. All right, stick around, guys. I'll be doing the draw soon. This is, we're just about done here. All I have to do pretty much is sign my name after this. Now I add a little bit of that blue I still want some blue in this. I should be able to get away with that. Get a little cut across. Remember, we're gonna mimic the other side here. All right, just a line. All right, just get the lines going. Get it as close as you can. Just get some nice, interesting. Bring some of that dark into that light area. Okay. Keep your palette knife as flat as you can to your canvas or paper. Very light touches, very light, very light. You'll be able to feel it after a while. There we go. Don't press very hard. And you're bringing some of that dark into the light, just to give a sense of roundness to your tree. All right. And as you're doing this, whatever may have been the bright spot to your tree, I'm just taking the palette knife, I'm just going around, get that roundness going. Now remember, this, when it dries, it flattens out the color. So don't think you're overdoing it or anything like that. You're not. Bring some of that in there. Don't make your dark color disappear totally. Don't do that. Okay. Hey, music, how you doing? What are the name of the paints I'm using? My my paint preference is Grumbacher. Then second on that list is Dollar Roundy. Okay. But I prefer Grumbacher paints. Right up around here. Just a little bit of roundness. Don't get rid of your dark. And this paper is actually the smooth, it's actually the cover of the watercolor pad that I use. That's basically what you're looking at. Okay, I just spray glued it to the backing cardboard of the watercolor pad that I use, for the watercolor paper. All right, let us get rid of this. We're gonna go for the highlight on this side of the tree, and that's done. Now, put my name to it and call it a day. It's a little pure titanium white. It's probably got a little green mixed in it. Don't matter at this stage. Let's thin that out again. Let's get some more of that. All right, the brighter the highlight, the less of it you need, and all I need is a line, basically, just to outline the tree a little bit. Not a total outline, but just enough. Now let's bring some out here. Let's scoop that away, wipe it away. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for nothing but brightness right there. Go cut across. Right at the very edge of the tree. I just got to position my knife to where it's flat and the paint just comes right off. Just like that. See? Don't try to do every single little bit of treat. Don't do that. One, it doesn't look as natural. Okay. All right. Let's put a name on it. Yeah, I have a fan on. No, I'm not painting outside. It gets very warm in this room, extremely warm, and I can't open any of the windows, so And this microphone does pick it up, I know. But that's why. And usually when I'm in this room, when I'm painting for you guys, when it's that warm, I get fatigued, very, very tired. And it's not that I'm sleepy, it's just it's too damn hot in here. Okay. I'll write the number down. I got a number in my head already, but I'll write it down. I do appreciate you guys watching tonight. Exactly 90 minutes. I appreciate you guys watching. I never take it for granted, ever. I am happy for the number that do tune in to watch. And as usual, I'll show you what this looks like with a frame on it. Excuse me 1 second. I have to do the presto change old thing here. You'll see the camera switch a few. There we go. Okay. I prefer tape on borders. It's not a necessity, but it just gives a more professional look in my opinion. And it's just my opinion. And when you peel the tape off, I would strongly advise you to peel up, pull, peel, but you go in the opposite direction. Don't peel going into your painting. All right, that's just bad juju. All right, it will tear into your painting. It has happened to me on the live more than once, twice, 5 times. So to save yourself some embarrassment and frustration and a trip to the mental clinic, just peel it in the opposite direction. All right, let's see what it looks like with a black frame. It kind of looked like that. Black frame. All right. Let's see what it looks like with a brown frame. Okay, looks like that. So whatever color frame you prefer, up to you. Whatever floats your boat. But that's what it looks like with a brown frame. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, I've already written down on a piece of tape the number. All right. Let me see. No, y'all couldn't have seen it anyway. Good. You see the tape, but you don't see the number. All right. I need you. Well, Music 55. This isn't. Which? This one. Yeah, you can buy that one. This one. It's mainly dry. Hold on. This fella here will be given away right now. This is the one I'm giving away. Okay. All right. I need a number. Oh, you guys are starting already. I need a number from I got the number. I need a number from I should not have looked at the screen. But give me a number from 10 to 10 to 15. 10 to 15. Let's see who's the first one that'll come up with it. I need a number from 10 to 15. Well, this is interesting. You guys can stop. All right. Very interesting indeed. Now I'm gonna tell you what happened. Just 3 of you with the same number, but only one of you, the number came up first, and that's the number I'm going to pick. Okay, but the ones with the 3 numbers, and let me show you how ironic. I should take a screenshot of this. This is very ironic. Music 55, Billy, and Marilyn both came up with the same number, right back to back. Back to back. Don't believe me? Music 55 gets it. Music 55 typed it in first. It was Music 55, then Billy, and then Marilyn. I swear to God, as I'm looking at this. And as you see, I wrote it down. There it is. Congratulations, Music 55. What you do is contact me on Messenger. All right. And just give me your name, address, and I will send it out tomorrow morning. So I would need your information tonight. All right. Very good. Good deal. This is what you get right here. All right. Okay, there. All right, music. There you go. I've already got the envelope for it right over there. We have past winners, so all you gotta do is ask them right now. I am the real deal. I will send it out the next day. I will send you a picture of the order, the number. Okay, the tracking number. All right. But yes, the number was 12. All right. What I'm gonna do, music. You too, Madonna. Let me write that down. Now I got the choice to show or hide that. I'm gonna keep it hidden, but I am gonna write it down. Give me a second. Let me write it down. Music 55, when I send you my email address, okay, you'll know it's me because it's 2 giant movie monsters as one name. 2 very popular giant movie monsters. You'll know it's me. All right. Your message is held for review, and I'm gonna keep it hidden. I just have to look. I don't have my glasses on, but I know I can see it. Actually, it's hidden on there. I can't see it. on my main screen. So it's hidden on my main screen, but it's not hidden here. But I'll hide it. There. It will be your second painting. You must have did the auction then. I appreciate you guys. Leave thumbs up if you can. And for those of you who've never seen or heard of me, I do this, Lord willing, every Wednesday live. Okay. I'm more on YouTube than I am on Facebook. I used to do it a lot on Facebook, but I'm gonna stick to YouTube for it. And every Monday I have a pre-recorded tutorial that's at 7 o'clock on Mondays, Eastern Standard Time. I'm in New York State here. Okay. You got the 3 bears, mama bear and the 2 cubs with the sun rays. Gotcha. I enjoy doing that one. All right. I'd like to thank all of you for watching me. And as you know, as usual, a little later on this evening, I will take a good picture of this and I'll post it. Okay, but I don't know if Deborah's still here, but she probably got a good glimpse of what the Devil's Tower looks like. Pecan, it is so good to see you, despite what you're going through with the baby. It was good to have you here. It's been quite a while, but much blessings and success for your child. Really, 2020 has not been the greatest year for anybody really so far when it comes to situations like this. This is something else. It'll definitely be a year that everybody will remember, that's for sure. Hands down, All right, let me walk the beast because it doesn't look very pretty outside. No, you guys can't see because my curtains are closed. You guys can't see what I'm looking at through the windows. I usually don't shut my windows, except the ones in the back, because if I'm on live during the daytime, the glare makes me look, I'm dark enough and it just makes me look like Space Ghost or something. So, well, thank you, Marilyn. Even though I do what I do, there are certain things that people see that really piques their attention. For some people, it's the rocks. Some people, it's the trees. For some people, it's my florals. Some people, it's the waves. Everybody has something that they like, and that would be probably for any artist. You're a sweetheart, Pecan. Didn't have to. Deborah, a lot of that gust and crap is coming up towards your way. It's coming up towards your way, down by Messina and Ogdensburg, up north. For me, up north, south for you. But if you're up in that area, we're gonna get bits of it. We're gonna get some of it tonight, which is why I gotta really take him out and stuff. So and Rosemary's giving lessons to somebody. Like I say, I don't have my specs on, so I gotta look at the big print. So, all right, I gotta wedge myself out of this seat, and I got to email 55 and get this ready. Rick J, thank you very much for, and you doing some good stuff too, Rick. I've seen it. You might not hear from me, all right, because sometimes my little life is hectic, and usually when I'm looking at artwork, it's in between doing other stuff, and or late at night. But I look at your stuff, Rick. I look at Deborah's and Rick's, and I look at Marilyn's, and I see everybody's. I see just about everybody's, you know. So I'm not ignoring you. Probably by some of the conversations I have with you, you know I've seen your stuff, you know. So, but yeah, I see your stuff, Rick. I truly do. All right, guys. Let me get up off this chair. Let me email 55. Let me take a picture of this. You'll see it in a half hour or so. Okay. So, I enjoy your company. I hope I was entertaining for you too. And I shall see you when I see you. Peace. Be safe. Bye-bye.